I believe that you have come across this video at this particular point in time, and if you haven't, please take a look at it.
You're too comfortable that you forget to brush your teeth sometimes. You're too comfortable that sometimes unaona tu chakula imebaki kwa braces zako.
Babe, I don't think there's a time comfortable nikakosa brush meno.
You're having a bad breath.
Na mbona unaniambia sasa ungetafuta tu siku nyingine uniambia hiyo time mbona ungeniambia kill that something I can fix.
Babe, sasa tukiwa hapo nitakwambia. Unajua naweza kuambia alafu mood yako ipotee. No, see, I've been telling you the truth, babe.
I don't feel exactly the truth.
Now, I was not planning to speak about this particular couple, but I came across one video yesterday. Please take a look.
If there is one thing the narcissist is good at, is conveying their message through jokes. Ukiangalia hii clip hapa hivi unasema they were just acting, ilikuwa content. But you'll be surprised mwenye alidecide content ilikuwa out there, mwenye create the content unaweza pata ni uchali hapa hivi. There is one thing that the narcissist is good at. They are going to convey their message through jokes.
You're too comfortable that you forget to brush your teeth sometimes. You're too comfortable that sometimes unaona tu chakula imebaki kwa braces zako.
Babe, I don't think there's a time comfortable nikakosa brush meno.
You're having a bad breath.
And this joke, later on ukika chini alafu ya analyze, uta notice this person alikuwa anaitumia kama platform ya kukuembarrass, ya kukupasia message. Sijui kama mnakumbuka hii couple inaitwa sijui The Maangis. Ilifika time fulani Ochala alikuwa anapulia prank kwa wife wake. Alimshow nini? Ati mdomo wako wage nanuka. Trust me, hiyo ni kitu naweza ambia mtu ati hiyo ni joke na ni kitu naisema in front of the public. He meant it. Alikuwa anataka kuona vile ata crumble ile wakati anamwambia hiyo joke so that I'm embarrassed. My friend, this is what it looks like when you love someone more than you love yourself. Unasema I can't leave my marriage right now because we've come from far. We've done 10 years together. Nimeinvest kwa mtu both financially, emotionally, tuko na watoi pamoja. Let me remind you, those kids were not there before you guys met. So, kama love imeisha my friend. You can never convince someone mwenye ameacha kukupenda aanze kukupenda. The heart wants what it wants. My friend, ukinotice love imeisha kwa hiyo relationship yako, just walk away. Walking away is so powerful. Na kuna makosa moja nataka uswaji convince nayo, that by going for therapy you're going to save your marriage. Unapeleka mtu therapy, mtu mwenye amesha move on. That is the mistake most people do. Na unapataga kwa hiyo couple ni mtu mmoja na unakwaga fixa. Yeye ndo anakwaga kisuggest let's go for therapy. Wewe peke yako ndo unataka kusave your marriage. Huyo mtu unapeleka alishajitoa kitambo. So pia wewe nataka kukuambia leo, it is a high time you start putting yourself first. Start planning for your exit in silence. The moment itafika ati wewe ndio unachukua partner wako mwende kwa therapist, wewe ndio unaitia partner wako reverend wakalishe chini muongelesho na pastor wenu, wewe ndio unaitia partner wako ati mna decide wazazi from both sides wakuje muelewane, my friend, marriage yako ilisha kitambo sana. And that is why I don't do couples therapy.
And this particular person actually hit me. Like something in me was awakened. I don't know what it is, but I felt very much obliged to come and say exactly what I think about these people and what I believe in my heart is the truth. So I came across this couple, I believe 2 to 3 years ago when they started. I think 2 or 3 years ago. That's when they started. They started putting content on TikTok and also YouTube. And it was very interesting because they are Seventh-day Adventist, SDAs. And I am SD as well. So it's good to see people of like mind doing it out there, putting out content and actually, you know, singing. They are doing majority of their TikToks on songs and also reactions, and then there were TikTok sounds that they actually used. And I was a strong follower of them. I actually listened to their videos. I laughed. I did a challenge. There's the Hatua Moja challenge that came out, and I did it as well because it was really lovely, you know, seeing that people are out here not talking, but rather showing the people what we do as SDAs. But then somewhere along the line, sadly, and before that, they actually did games. I loved the games because they enabled me to think outside the box. They enabled me to actually grow when it comes to general knowledge. And I loved that. I actually love things that challenge me and make me a better person. And this was their channel for the longest. Up until they started doing pranks. I believe the first straw that was struck, plucked out, and I was like, well, no, was the video where they were asking each other if the husband would leave the wife or the wife would leave the husband for a certain sum of money.
200 shillings. Would you go back to be single? And mbona mpatie pesa mingi? Unataka kuniacha? Ukisaba
Seriously, 200 hapana.
Sasa unaona
2 million bado.
for 20 million? For real?
Jaribu na 1 trillion. Just try me.
And I was like, well, at the back of my mind, I know both of you can never leave each other. If I'm being blatant, I know these guys will stay together forever. From what I've seen, it's locked and sealed, guys. Just don't ever think that they'll ever break up or lose their marriage, because something about them just shows that they're tied at the hip. And I looked at it and I was like, well, I know you guys are never gonna break up or divorce or separate, but this is very misleading because you're trying to tell people that if there's a huge sum of money presented before you, you can actually second guess your marriage and your family. That was the message that it was conveying. I never watched the entire episode. I just watched like the first 5 minutes and I was done. I was like, no, let's just get serious. This might look like a joke, but deep down it is not funny. To be honest, it is not funny. You shouldn't actually think of it as funny. So I started distancing myself from them, but I was still listening to their content and following everything that they did here and there. Then this video came up where this man tells his wife that her breath stinks. She doesn't take care of herself. She's haggard. And when I looked at this video, I knew it was a joke. It was a prank. And I was like, yeah, okay. This is a joke, right? But what people don't realize is that these are narcissistic behaviors. This man is not necessarily a narcissist, but by picking up a narcissistic trait, he might be mistaken for one. And that is exactly what happened in this particular video. This man is not toxic. This man doesn't ill-treat his wife. But by you trying to pick up a toxic trait, a narcissistic trait, for the sake of views, is reducing the bar. Actually lowering the bar so low. You people have a name. You did not use celebrities to bring your name up, your brand up. You guys created this name out of your authenticity, out of your realness. People loved you because of who you are and not what you tried to imitate. But the moment you start inserting such characters, well, people now associate you with the many toxic people out here, and there are many of them. They will associate you with these people because you are acting like them. So there's no way you can act like someone, speak like someone, and fail to be that person. Absolutely not. So if you're acting like a narcissist, talking like a narcissist, working like a narcissist, then people will call you a narcissist, and you are not a narcissist. And this goes to someone. I don't think you're a narcissist, in all honesty. I think you do love your wife, and please highlight that in your videos. Highlight how much you love her. Just suffocate us with the love. It's okay. It's okay. Highlight the good things. People do that on social media. They highlight the good things and try by all means to suppress the bad things. And that's what we should do. I believe as STAs, we should try by all means to highlight our strengths and try and dim completely, if to the point of extinction, dim all of our weaknesses, because we have a mission to spread the gospel to all the world in our generation. And this is the current generation. The generation of social media, YouTube, TikTok content, it's everywhere. People talk about it in churches, in schools, at homes. It is here with us. And the best you can do is use your platform to glorify God. And if you cannot do that, don't put another person down for the sake of views. You just might get the likes, you just might get the subscribers, but in the long term, lisemwapo lipo, na kama halipo linakuja. I don't want this to be your final state where you guys actually lose the marriage, because the devil just wants a crack. He wants to see, aha, he said this about his wife, I'm gonna bring someone into his life who will highlight this particular weakness. You will get people in your life who will be saying, why don't you do a prank about 1, 2, 3, 4? Speak about this. It's gonna trend, it's gonna go viral, to the point where you might start doing pranks about leaving each other. For the sake of views, it is not worth it. Please, I know you guys have a lot in your catalog and in your arsenal, and you can share with us a lot more than pranks. When I started seeing pranks, I just started losing interest in what you guys are doing, because you have a platform, you can speak about God in it. Tell people, why is it that SDAs take soya and not coffee? Like, why don't we take coffee? Or do you guys take coffee? Why is it that we don't eat meat? Why is it that we don't do all these things? Why is it that we go to church on Saturday? Tell us, why is it that you guys are different from everyone else? Tell people about that, and people will listen. You guys have a name, for crying out loud. And I do believe that your marriage will stand. Please pray for it. Please speak life into your marriage. The tongue is very, very powerful. Never ever take what you say for granted. Please don't do that. It's not a joke. Marriage is not a joke. And treat it with the utmost respect that you should. That's it from me, you guys. You can follow me. I talk about God here and everything interesting. And please get this video to them. Thank you so much. Bye.